Burkina Faso is a relatively poor country located in West Africa. They gained independence from France in 1960 and have had many revolutions since then. Currently, the government is fighting a war on terrorism. In spite of the turmoil citizens face constantly, there is no lack of culture in the Burkinabe people. Burkina Faso has an especially interesting agricultural sector due to the struggles of living in such an arid region. The northern part of the country is located in what is known as the Sahel. This region of Africa is constantly afflicted by droughts, so the soil is prone to desertification. As you move south, the country becomes greener, as the land is fed by the three main rivers, the Black, the Red, and the White Volta rivers. Because Burkina Faso is landlocked, these rivers are the country's main source of irrigation. In spite of multiple rivers, the combination of lousy infrastructure and droughts make it difficult for farmers to produce a surplus. So most farmers practice sustenance farming, growing only enough to feed their families. To put in perspective how sustenance farming affects the population, only 1/3 of the national GDP comes from agriculture, but over 80% of the country's citizens are employed by farms or live agricultural lifestyles. The main crops in Burkina Faso are peanuts, millet, and sorghum, as well as livestock. The crop Burkina Faso relies on most is cotton. The country entered the world's top 10 cotton producers in 2008 and still sit at number 10 on the list today due to its high quality and inexpensive price. In order to deal with desertification due to drought, not to mention chemical pollution and insect infestations, the Burkinabe have gone back to using traditional farming methods. Yakuba Sawadogo is known as the man who stopped the desert. Sawadogo successfully transformed nearly unusable land into the most diverse forested land used by a farmer in the Sahara today. This led to Sawadogo winning the Right Livelihood Award, which is also known as the Alternative Nobel Prize, in 2018. He was able to transform the land using an old method called the cited technique, which is now used across the region to restore degraded land to be used for crops. The cited technique works by capturing water and nutrient runoff in holes where the crops were planted. This increases crop yields because the crops are in soil which is holding essential nutrients and sufficient amounts of water. The cited technique is accompanied with fertilizer use. An unexpected side effect of increased water retention and the use of fertilizer was the growth of trees, which further increased crop yield. The use of trees to aid in agriculture has been proven to work in other parts of the world as well, who suffer from warmer climates. Countries that use agroforestry include Spain, Italy, and Greece. The root systems of the new trees are able to sequester nutrients and further decrease soil erosion, as well as shading crops from the overwhelming African sun and buffering young crops from the wind. As Burkina Faso and surrounding countries experience a quickly growing population and increased climate change, techniques like Sawadogo's help West Africans increase food security.